is this so close? I feel like a rookie again. Like, what am I doing right now? How long has it been? It's been like a year? I missed you. Now that we got that out the way, let's chat. Let's talk. Let's get to it. I've got so much I want to tell you guys. Like, so much. I have a year's worth of stuff to tell you guys. Is this expired? Because I really don't know. That looks wrong. Oh man. We've got a year's worth of conversations to catch up on. The best way I'm gonna do it is just to give you the highlights. I really want to get back on my YouTube grind and just get back to like a routine of filming a video a week. And I miss YouTube so much. Like, I miss it. I honestly, there was a point where I didn't miss it. Like, if you asked me, I was like, YouTube? It was tough making content. And also, this is about to be a long video, so buckle up. It's gonna be a long video. Go get yourself some tea, some water. Stay hydrated. Let's talk about what we're getting ready for today. I'm going to see an early screening of The Little Mermaid with Halle Bailey. Oh my gosh, you guys. I danced with Halle Bailey. That's crazy. Like, so much has happened in a year. Danced with Halle Bailey. Broke up with my boyfriend from last year. That, you could still see him in the vlog. He's still there in the last video. Should we use this brush? Let's try this brush. Started playing basketball, got back into kickboxing, started the Saturday Social Club, which is coming back for the summer. I've been in my red carpet era and just been going to a lot of movie screenings and movie premieres and stuff. And I feel like this year away of being off of YouTube and stuff like that really allowed me to just grow and become a better person. While I was doing YouTube, I didn't even think that I would do any of the things that I'm doing now because of my career on TikTok and stuff. And I'm still leading worship at my church. That's still like a big part of my week to week, every Sunday. When it's a regular schedule, I fully get to focus on content and just, you know, making videos, doing stuff that I love. I'm also getting a lot of messages right now. One second. All the products I'm using, I'm gonna leave it in the description box so you guys can see them below. Do you ever just like tweeze your eyebrow hairs while you're doing your makeup? Because that's literally me. Why are you there? Oh, ow. These are dark. They need to go. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. One thing about me is when I start plucking my eyebrow hairs, I get carried away and I start going on like a eyebrow spree. Like, I will literally pluck them until they're gone. I'll start shaving things. I'll start hacking things off. Like, you don't want to see it. I need to exercise some self-control when it comes to my brows. Oh wow, that brow carve is like perfect. Wow. This like rarely happens for me, so I know it's a good filming day when like I carve the brows out and it looks really good. I have been feeling so blessed these days. Like, I feel like my success on TikTok is because of my, you know, experience on YouTube and stuff, and that's all because you guys have been watching me and sticking with me since the beginning. So just trying to get back to my roots a little bit. What else has been going on? Oh yeah, I broke up with my ex. That was my first interracial relationship, and being in an interracial relationship is tough, especially when you're Korean, because I don't know about you guys, but like Korean people are just really have a lot of implicit biases that I don't know if a lot of Korean people would care to admit, but they do. They just have a lot of biases, have a lot of different preconceived notions about black people, and my ex was black, so there was just a lot of stuff that I really don't think is necessary to get into, honestly, but it was a big learning experience for me and my family. As painful as it was, what I learned and how it affected my family and how like all of that, like it's just worth it for me. I don't know if my family would say the same thing, but this Makeup by Mario foundation really looks so good. They're my #1 support system and they love me so much. At the end of the day, that's the biggest thing, is because they love me and I love them too. But I think it was a really big learning experience for my entire family, and just I learned a lot about my parents. I learned a lot about my mom, And like I said, I don't want to get too deep into it, but like, you know, it really brought us closer together, which I'm really grateful for. I currently am in a relationship with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. This is one thing I've learned, and I think that this was what the Lord was trying to teach me from the beginning, to find true intimacy with him. And in order to do that, like, I can't really, not that I'm looking for false sense of intimacy with people, like a relationship, but a relationship can give you a false sense of intimacy if you're looking for that to just kind of escape loneliness in some sense, or feel like that's gonna fulfill your life more. And I don't think I ever kind of went into a relationship thinking, wow, I'm lonely and I need this relationship to make me feel better about myself. But I think, like, I'm such a loving person that loving someone made me feel like I had a little bit more sense of self, and I think that was like a false sense of identity for me. I don't want to be one of those, like, what do they call it, like the serial daters. I don't really want to do that. And as a woman of God, like, I need to find true intimacy with the one who created me and understand why he created me this way. Like, I have such a desire to love people and to love people even if they don't love me back, and like, I just need to understand where that comes from. And a lot of that understanding comes from your creator. You know, pastors make a lot of analogies, but one of the analogies that's always stuck with me is like, if your iPhone is broken, where do you go? You go to the Apple store, to the Genius bar to get it fixed, right? So when you're broken, where do you go? You go to your whoever created you, and God created us, right? And where do we go? We go to our creator to get fixed, and he helps us understand why we were created in the first place. If there's a certain function that's not working on an iPhone, we have to understand like what that purpose was and how it's broken, why is it broken, and how can we help it to better serve its purpose. I think that same analogy works for my life here in this world, and I'm really kind of going through this spiritual journey right now, and the gravity and the spiritual depth of what I'm doing, because I get to do a really incredibly special job, and I take my job really seriously. I said this on my Instagram, but maybe I started off as being a content creator who started as one thing, but that's definitely not what I'll be remembered for. And I take that really seriously. I have really big plans and really big dreams, and you guys are all part of that. So thank you for being a part of that, and thank you for letting me just be a part of your guys' life. Honestly, it's such a journey. We are looking fierce. What else has been going on? I didn't go to Coachella this year. You guys watched my Coachella vlog last year, right? And what did I say at the end? I was like, it's not what it looks like it is. And to be honest, I'm one of those people, like, it's hard for me to go back somewhere where I didn't enjoy it the first time around, and Coachella was that for me. I didn't really enjoy Coachella the first time around. I understand why people go, but I just felt like I'd rather not have like dust clustering up in my eyeballs, and like, I wouldn't mind going if it's like for work and the work was paying me what I believe I deserve, which is like artist pass level, and like I'm being paid to be there, all the things. But a lot of times in like the influencer world, it's not like that. They don't really pay you. They pay you with the experience. That's what you're being paid with, which is fine for a lot of people to go, but like, the experience for me at Coachella is not worth it, being out in the desert like that. And I personally have never paid my own money to go, so I just don't even feel like it's super authentic to me. Another big kind of pillar that I've been working on, or kind of, you know, focusing on, is what is super authentic to me, and I need that to be the #1 in the kind of content that I create, because authenticity is everything nowadays. And I think there was a point where it was easy for me to kind of say yes to all these opportunities because I wanted to just experience them because I saw everybody else experiencing them, but I didn't really necessarily ask myself like, hey, is this authentic to me and my story? And you know, I don't think anyone would be bothered if I went to Coachella. It's more just like, but things can always change, you know. So as of now, I have no desire to go to Coachella or be at Coachella. But let's talk about this NBA wife situation, y'all. Oh, it's become a big part of my life. Number one, do I really want to be an NBA wife? Do I really? Would I ever date an NBA player? La-di-da-di-da. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, absolutely not. And let me tell you why. I went on a date with a very, very famous person. You know, I couldn't believe it was happening to me. All the great things that you feel and think when that happens to you, right? But what I've realized since going on a date with someone as prominent as he is, he's more famous than basketball players, you guys. So what I'll say is I think that famous men are very difficult to date because they have the biggest egos. Number two, women are throwing themselves at these men 24/7. So these guys have the option to have a girlfriend in every city that they go to. They just operate with the biggest ego, and NBA players are no different, right? Like the girlfriends don't come to every away game, and every game you go to, there's hundreds of women at your disposal. And do I ever want to be in that situation? I mean, unless my man really proved to me like I was his one and only, like he better be wifing me up at that point. But the reality is it's just, I think men in the NBA, what I've learned and kind of what I've examined and realized and researched and stuff from doing my NBA wife series on TikTok. And if you're unfamiliar with my NBA wife series on TikTok, I got really big for just kind of pretending it's like a character that I play online, and she's the NBA wife and the courtside baddie, and it's just a character that I play, honestly. It really isn't something that I think is like my life whatsoever. And if I was, I'd have to be like 10 times more famous than them. Kind of like a Rich Paul and Adele situation. No one really knows who, I mean, everyone knows who Rich Paul is if you are familiar with basketball, but Adele is, I would argue Adele is way bigger and more famous. And I think that has to be the case with a lot of like male celebrities. Like the female has to be just that much bigger. That's the only way I find that it works out, because you could walk away at any point. And you know, that's just how every woman should feel. We women sometimes forget that we were put on this earth to pick the man, not be the other way around. We are the ones to pick the man, and sometimes women, we forget that. So let this be your reminder, like, girl, pick your man, take your pick, because if he's not paying your bills, if he's not taking care of you, if he's not doing all this stuff, and there's a man out there that wants to do that, girl, why are you still with him? Like, that's what I realized too, is like, if there's a man that is willing to pay for my bills and take care of me and like do all this and love me and like endlessly, like, why would I beg for someone else to love me who probably wouldn't do even like not even close to what this man can do for me? Does that make sense? I think sometimes we just forget our value as women, and I hope that like my page and I hope that the content I create helps women remember, like, you are that girl. People may tell me that I'm shaped like SpongeBob, which I don't even understand. I hope that people can come to my page and be like, okay, well, if she can do it, then I can do it. And that's on period, because you can do it. I never thought I really could, and then I did. I can't believe we were talking for like 20 minutes already, and I'm not even close to done with my makeup. It's just sitting right in front of me, and I thought I would tell you about it. But I recently placed a Sephora order because I'm traveling. So I placed an order for some perfumes, travel size perfumes. I love travel size perfumes. I don't know why perfumes even come in that big of a size. I mean, I get it if you're wearing it like every day, but these are perfect to like fit in your purse, and then you can also pay less and get like more options. Oh, I love travel size perfumes. Okay, but let me walk you through the perfumes that I just recently got on Sephora, and I'm obsessed with all of them. So on a brand trip, I went to Tarte. I went to Key Largo with Tarte, and one of the girls there smelled so good. She had this in her purse, and it was the best combo and I have been non-stop wearing it. It's K. Ali Eden. It's the Juicy Apple scent. This already on its own, like, oh, to die for. I love this scent. She mixed it with the Valentino. It doesn't say. I don't know what the actual fragrance name of this is, but when you mix this, it just smells like rich chocolate juicy apple, like what chocolate covered strawberry and caramel apples should smell like. It's like fruity, but it's chocolatey and warm too. I don't know if that makes any sense. And then I was in Whole Foods and the girl walked past me. I stopped her and I was like, what are you wearing? Because you smell incredible. I also have the nose like a dog. So and you guys have seen my perfume collection, which by the way, I have to remake a perfume video because girl, I've got a whole drawer now. Oh my gosh, this one reminds me of like, it just smells like fresh, summery laundry. I feel like I envision like white sheets clipped with clothes hangers and clothespins and like a pool and a yard. Like this, just something about this smells like a beautiful summer memory to me, and I don't know, and it's clean too, which makes me even happier. It's Clean Reserve Radiant Nectar. I would shower in this. This is so good. Like, you smell like an approachable, good person who loves dogs. You need to smell this and tell me what you think. And then the other two KLE fragrances I got is the new Pistachio Gelato, and my friend Nazanin Kavari, who I watched her on YouTube growing up and now we're friends and it's just crazy. She went to the launch and we went out one night and she was like, do you want to spray this? And I was like, sure. And it smelled so incredible. You definitely smell the nuttiness of the pistachio. The gelato makes it slightly vanilla-y. It does smell like an Italian summer. I've never been to Italy, but that's what it's giving to me. Like, not like the coast, not like Amalfi. It smells Sing to me, Paolo. And I know that's Barcelona and not Italy, but like, you get what I'm saying. And this one is the vanilla. I hesitated to buy the full bottle. I love vanilla scents, but I wasn't sure if this was too strong of a vanilla, and I wanted to test it out first. So I'm glad I got the little skinny perfume. I have talked about this for a little bit too long. We need to get back to the makeup. I'm going on vacation, which I'm really, really excited for. It was initially going to be a solo trip. I just wanted to take some time to be the main character of my own story and be in a different environment and try new food and just experience life on my own. I've traveled a lot on my own, so I don't have a problem with that. But I had shared that with my sister. Timing wise, she was like, wait, oh my gosh, that kind of works out perfectly. I'd love to, you know, go on a trip too. And then I was like, well, Italy's just a little too far for right now. So I was like, what do you think about being by the beach? Like, all inclusive. All my siblings are getting to go, which is so amazing. It worked out perfectly. I haven't been on a vacation in a minute. I'm just excited to like be in the ocean and be in the water and, you know, sit by the pool. And, you know, I don't even really drink like that. I'm a very lightweight too. So I don't really drink like that, but I can't wait to have like open champagne and just enjoy myself and make videos. And I love making vacation content. It's like one of my favorite things to do. I am thinking about starting a podcast. Who would have thought? The girl that hates listening to podcasts is here wanting to record one. So yeah, that's where we're at. It'll probably launch in the summer, I think sometime very soon. Also, what's crazy is to rewatch a lot of my older YouTube videos and see how different my makeup is and how much I've changed in the way that I do my makeup, the steps that I take. I love seeing the evolution. I definitely need to do an apartment tour or like a closet tour video because I recently got the IKEA pack system. I also want to talk to you guys about oh my god, I sounded Scottish just there. I'd love to talk to you guys about finances and stuff like that too. I think being able to be transparent about finances is really important to me. I don't see people really share like the different resources that they take to be financially stable and stuff like that. I know there's a lot of YouTube videos and stuff, but I'd love to just share my journey in finances, and I'd love to just share more content with you guys, more of my life, especially because of how much my life has changed. There was a time where I really struggled. I got so burnt out making TikTok videos, and I got so burnt out making YouTube videos, but sometimes we just need that time away in order for us to come back stronger. And that's really like a big just theme in my life is sometimes when you have to when you're at the height of your success, or you feel like, you know, things are moving and you're doing all these amazing things, sometimes like that feeling can just be so fleeting and fall so quickly. So it's so important to set yourself up to not burn out and to continue to share your life. Like when I think about it, I made YouTube videos. I made a YouTube video every week at one point for a year. And that's like really consistent if you think about it. So I look at someone like even Emma Chamberlain. She would post a weekly YouTube video for 4 years, I believe. And of course she got burnt out, you know, because doing this and making your life your job, and your job is your life, it can be really overwhelming and really exhausting. I want to make sure I don't get to that place again. I've lately had like this kind of, I don't want to say cold, I think it's like allergy season. I don't know if you can kind of tell I'm like slightly congested. Not going away. It's so annoying. I'll take Sudafed and like for nasal congestion and stuff, and I saw a doctor as well, but just won't go away, and it's really annoying. I've been taking up basketball. Oh my gosh, it's been so fun. The reason I love taking up basketball, separate from like this NBA wife situation, and I think with women who don't really understand sports, for me, the reason that I really enjoy sports is because I really believe that sports is one of the greatest metaphors for life. But one of the biggest things is when someone's like booing you, or you're, you know, just feeling down, or you're like, I can't do this anymore. Like that's when the hard work and dedication and commitment and the practice, that's when that really comes into play. Because you watch something like basketball and we're all booing these people in the stands, or any sport really, but like they still make the shot. No one can say anything about you when like you're great. I take that into my life because I understand that in this job, like the reality is I'm not gonna be viral 24/7. I do have haters. I have people who are literally just waiting for me to fail, or, you know, waiting for me to flop. You may not see that because you may only see the good stuff, but I do have people like that. There's just a lot of people on the internet who they make their life's mission to tear people down. It only allows you to be a stronger athlete, stronger player, stronger person, bigger person, kinder person, and it's the perfect example of showing the world how to respond and not just react. I just love it so much. So I've been learning basketball at my gym, which is awesome. They have a class that I take on Saturdays. I look like a little doll, a doll, and I know a lot of women may not necessarily relate initially, but I think for me, the reason why it's even more exciting, like there's another level of it, because I started to learn to play it, and then I gained so much more respect for the game of basketball, because when you realize how many different things are going on. But with basketball, you've got arm work, like there's arms, feet, hips, head, IQ, reading the court, like there's a lot going on in basketball. Oh, hello. Wait, that's so pretty. OMG. Oh, I've been taking acting class as well. I've just been learning how to like break out of my own shell, and acting in front of strangers is like a whole other thing. I feel like I've got that fire and that passion again, and like that is just melting all that makeup together. I feel like that's honestly all the stuff that I had to update you guys on. My camera battery literally died on me, so that's an update on me. If you've watched this long and you've been here, I appreciate you and I love you so much. Literally so much. And I just want to say, like, from the deepest part of my heart, I seriously thank you for everything, for just being here, for those of you who've been here since the beginning, since college. Like I'll get messages nowadays too on Instagram of people who are like, I've watched you since Victoria's Secret days, and I have friends who worked at Victoria's Secret who are still following me and stuff. Like, you guys have no idea, like, this journey has been really long for me to come to this place, but it's only the beginning, and it's crazy to think that this is only the beginning for me. So I'm just so grateful. Thank you to God, like, all glory to God, because Jesus is my lifeline, and I don't know, I'd be lost. I don't know who I'd be or what I'd be doing without him. I really do believe I have a greater purpose and mission in this place. We women need to empower one another, because it's so easy for us to believe in the lie that we're not enough. I talk to a lot of women, and they, especially when it comes to relationships and stuff, and I find that many women, we have a tendency to put ourselves second in a lot of different ways, whether in motherhood, in our relationships, at our work. We continue to kind of apologize for ourselves, and trust me, I am one of those people. But I guess I'm really feeling passionate to share that as women we need to not be apologetic, because we're so beautiful, and we have so much purpose, and we do take up space. My first day at Victoria's Secret, like, I loved that job because I was able to help women feel their best version of themselves. And I feel like I still do that to this day through my social channels. And I just want to help women feel their best selves, and be healthy, and be clear in their mind, body, and soul. And like, this world would not exist without women. I don't know. I don't really know where this is coming from. This is really just coming straight from my heart. Self-love is not vain. That being strong is beautiful and sexy, and I really don't know where that came from, but I guess that's how I want to end this video, and just say thank you guys for just such a fun journey so far. And I'm happy that I could share with you, excited for it to excited for us to just rekindle our relationship together. Again, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, all my social channels, and I will see you guys in the next video.